Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Angela Sharina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. How are your fat-soluble vitamins? Or more precisely, are you eating more of them? Those vitamins A, D, E, K that we talked about on yesterday's episode are super important for your health, like life important, essential for life nutrients. And usually you're gonna have some really serious adverse health effects when you're not getting these nutrients on a regular basis. Of course, as we talked yesterday, we know that your body is able to store those nutrients in your fat tissue, and your body might use what it stores for several days or several months sometimes, but still you need to be getting those vitamins eventually on a regular basis, and supplements just don't work that well for our body. Plus there are a lot of low quality supplements that don't work for our body at all. And that's all for fat-soluble vitamins for today. Check out my Instagram, my YouTube for the next 5 days. I'm going to be doing some practical exercises, practical videos on consuming those fat-soluble vitamins from foods the easiest, most effective, most efficient way. So stay tuned on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. Today, on this episode, we will talk about summer trends in foods, in snacking, and what you should be aware of or cautious of when indulging in those trends. A lot of them have to do with healthier eating, not necessarily certain diets, but just healthier products, healthier foods. But still, a lot of times companies, because they don't really know any better, they would market their product as healthy just to make the label more appealing to you, but that would not tell you exactly all the details you need to actually be sure that this product is better than something else that might be not marketing as healthy or better for you product. So don't overpay for something that is not even truth when it comes to labels. But first, we're going to talk also about tonic water, what it is, so you are more aware when buying that. Should you buy tonic water or not? Also, we're going to talk about hot snack this summer, water lily popped seeds that look almost exactly like popcorn, and we'll talk a little bit more about their nutrition value. Anyway, let's just begin. So first, actually, I want to answer a question that I got on Quora about protein, and a lot of people ask me about protein and where to get that protein, like it's a problem. even though it is not. If you're in a developed world, if you're in a modern world and you have access to a regular supermarket and you eat regularly and you eat whole foods and include some animal products, then you're probably getting more protein than you need. Even though some women on a low carb diet, of course, manage to not get enough protein, then they're hungry and then they put on more weight, then muscle, a lot of things might happen. But the question was about what are some cheap meals that contain a decent amount of protein. And guys, when you want a decent amount of protein and you want a better price, basically you want to focus on getting some animal foods into your meal, and whatever that meal is, just make sure that there is some animal flesh, like maybe beef or pork or chicken or fish, and you're gonna get a decent amount of protein, somewhere around 20 to 30 grams per portion. Portion that is the size of your palm without fingers, so not such a big portion, but you're gonna get somewhere around between 20 and 30 grams of protein. The same you can get from 3 whole eggs, somewhere around that. So your protein is not really a problem. When it comes to price, though, the price might be different. When you eat out, of course, the price is gonna be like much higher than if you were to cook yourself, and the price is going to depend on the place, on the quality of the initial ingredients, also on the part of the animal. Like in a lot of countries these days, you would find that organ meats, like for example liver or hearts or stomachs, would be much cheaper than muscle meat or some steak or like chicken breast. And that's not necessarily because, that's not because they're more nutritious, those muscle meat parts, but because that's how our society values different meats. Even though nutrition-wise, organ meats are much better for you. They contain much more nutrients. In any case, the point is the price of your meat, whether you eat out or whether you buy it, will highly depend on the part of the animal, on the quality of that food. Obviously, grass-fed or pastured is going to be more expensive usually, unless you buy it directly from the producer and you sign up maybe for some monthly thing or weekly thing when they're going to send you certain amount of their product. And that's probably the most economical way to buy your foods, and you're gonna get the best prices and the best quality also. Also look for daily deals in whatever store you shop. Usually if the date is close to what is considered safe in the industry, that is not necessarily reflect the reality. So usually you would find that the price is lower. That's what I find everywhere I shop. But you can still buy it and it's still good quality. And if you don't plan to consume it right away, you can freeze it and that's going to stay there, like when it comes to animal products, for quite some time. So do that. Look for daily deals, look for organ meats. They're usually less expensive. And also see if you can sign up for something with a local producer of foods. And that's going to be much less expensive than buying that at any store. So those are my top advice. So organ meats, daily deals, and sign up for some sort of delivery option or subscription option when you get your meats delivered on a regular basis. And again, palm-sized portion of any sort of animal flesh will give you 20 to 30 grams of protein. That is pretty good portion per meal if you eat, let's say, 3 meals a day. And now back to top summer trends of food industry, or top food trends for snacking this summer. And those trends are diet name dropping. So anything related to keto, paleo, low carb, vegan, Whole30, that is quite popular with people. Then number 2, collagen. Collagen is everywhere as a supplement in functional foods, in better for you foods, as a protein supplement. Collagen is a sort of protein that your body can use to build different specific tissues like your hair or your nails or your connective tissues. Collagen is very important, especially important for beauty, for your skin, and because our diet is not as rich in it as it used to be when we used to eat all the like animal organ meats and all sorts of stuff. So they started to add it in different foods, and all the research showed that most of the products on the market are of good quality, and the collagen is absorbed really well by our bodies. Number 3, allergy-friendly foods. So there are a lot of allergies these days just because we put more shit in our food, and also because a lot of people do not expose themselves enough to naturally occurring in nature bacteria. So whenever our body encounters some strange and weird quote unquote substance, then it reacts with some allergic reaction that is basically an alarm of your body saying that it might not be safe, even though it might be completely safe for you. But anyway, people try to avoid things like gluten or nuts or dairy or some fibers like food map diet, for example, and more and more food producers, they market that category of people who have some food allergies, or peanut allergy, for example, right? Might be very dangerous allergy. People can instantly die of it, as it happened in one of the restaurants. But anyway, so allergy-friendly foods, you might find more of them on the market, and that is good, especially if you are someone who has those allergies. Number 4, functional bowls and bites, meaning the foods, the snacks that make you better, that are created to make you better with some ingredients, like for example cinnamon, that is proven to help with regulating your blood sugar. So when companies add cinnamon to their foods, they can call their foods functional foods that will improve some function on your body. Some of them are scientifically proven, some of them are more like some claims are based more on the experience. Bowls and bites just means in the form of different sorts of balls or things that you can put in your mouth without having to, break it or doing something. So it's really convenient thing. Really convenient functional foods. That's what the trend is all about. Number 5, spice creams, or basically spices in a lot of snacks, flavors from different cuisines around the world, like cinnamon or cardamom or other Asian and African and Middle Eastern spices added to sometimes to savory snacks, sometimes to sweet snacks like ice creams. Number 6, drinking apple cider vinegar. So you can see on the market at any store where you shop all sorts of apple cider vinegar based drinks. So I'm gonna, by the way, provide some links to some of the products that I approve that do not have weird ingredients, that do not lie on the label about being okay with some diet, that do not have added sugar. So check out the links in the show notes. Number 7, water Lilly Pops that totally look like another version of popcorn. And water Lilly Pops have their unique nutrition profile. I wouldn't really say that it is better than regular popcorn, unless you're allergic to popcorn or corn of any sort. So that can be a healthier or better for you substitution if you're allergic. Other than that, it's not really a better like option. It doesn't even really have anything remarkable nutritionally wise. And in Indian traditional Indian medicine, or alternative medicine as they call it these days, they used it for fertility, for reproductive health, and to regulate your blood sugar, even though there are no studies confirming it otherwise. But, might be some truth to that if people have been using it for thousands of years. Then number 8, trendy tonics and mixer madness, basically meaning all kinds of tonic waters with all kinds of flavors and all sorts of healthier or better for you mixes that are designed to make cocktails or alcoholic or non-alcoholic. So people are looking for more flavors in their summer drinks, obviously. And number 9, food trend of this summer is coconut as a base. So you can see coconut is being added to all sorts of things. And personally, guys, coconut is a great food. I love my coconuts, but except for coconut butter and certain usage of that, or coconut oil, I wouldn't say that coconut itself has a lot of benefits, like compared to other nuts, or I wouldn't say it's special in any way, so I wouldn't pay much more for coconut compared to other ingredients, other whole food ingredients, unless you really like it. I love it. So if you see something with coconuts that you like, eat it. And to conclude these trends, to make a conclusion out of this trends, I want to give you a little bit more advice on each of these trends so you get more benefits and less negative effects from different products. And as I told you, check out the links in the show notes for better for you product that I personally approve. And by now, you know that I have pretty high standards for foods and food product. So let's take diet trend, for example, diet names in all sorts of products. Like, for example, you can find keto ice cream. And guys, I just want you to be really aware of the fact that if it says keto ice cream on the front label of the product, it doesn't actually mean anything. Like, it can be keto friendly, meaning that in a small serving size of that ice cream, there are not so many carbohydrates, and it can still be okay, to eat it if you're on a keto diet and and the total amount of carbs per day for you is gonna be okay, right? But a lot of those products might still have added sugars or sugars that are proven to still raise your blood sugar. And on keto diet, you usually try to avoid those blood sugar spikes. So there might be some ingredients that are really not great for your digestive health, or some sweeteners, some artificial sweeteners that also are proven to be not good for your gut health and spike blood sugar in some people. And you don't really know if you're one of those people. And again, sometimes it's just plain marketing and it has nothing to do with keto. Like, a piece of regular chocolate with sugar might be keto if you eat 10 grams of that. So that kind of philosophy, a lot of those companies that claim things on their front label, they have the same kind of philosophy. Then if you eat like really tiny amount of that food, then it's going to be totally fine for your diet. And a lot of those companies who market these products, they don't even do the proper research into the diet and what it means to have a product that is that diet friendly. So just check the ingredients all the time and make sure that you read ingredient list, not just the front label where it says, I don't know, paleo friendly or keto friendly. How do you know what version of keto diet or paleo the creator of this product meant, right? So I'm going to provide some links of keto ice cream that I believe is a good option for you, just in case you need it. Then let's get to the next one, apple cider vinegar drinks. I love apple cider vinegar drinks. They can be really great for your digestive health, for your gut health, might help with regulating blood sugar and with weight loss, helping your body to burn your own fats more efficiently and effectively. But also, again, make sure that there is no sugar. Like most of those drinks actually do have added sugars and will not help you to lose weight and burn more fat with all the added sugars. So check the ingredients and make sure there are no added sugars. And there are a couple of brands that sweeten their apple cider vinegars with stevia. So I love those. The best. You can also make it your own. You can add to some water, some apple cider vinegar, and some stevia, and that's going to taste amazing. I tried it, I love it. So try it too, and add some ice, and that's going to be an amazing, healthy summer drink. Do-it-yourself summer drink. That's when it comes to apple cider vinegar. So be aware of possible added sugars. Then water Lilly Pops. You might Google what they look like. Also, I'm going to provide the link to a couple of snacks that I approve from water Lilly Pops. But again, they do not have a lot of spectacular nutrition claims or any kind of nutrition in them. And also, they, per one portion, per one serving, they would contain on average 3 grams of protein, 4 grams of fats, depending also on what flavors, what's added to them. And also they're quite rich in carbohydrates, so like 20 grams of carbohydrates or so, and not that much fiber. So if you are on a low carb keto diet, I would not probably recommend that as an ideal snack. It's basically all your carbs in one serving of those water lily seeds. So just make sure that you understand that. And also, if you want to try water lily seeds pops, then make sure that there are no added sugars and nasty ingredients. And as I mentioned before, in alternative Indian medicine, they used it for regulating blood sugar and reproductive health. The next trend, guys, is trendy tonics and mixer madness. At first I actually wanted to find out what is a tonic water, what is qualified as a tonic water. And you probably know that. I don't know, I didn't really know exactly what it meant, but basically tonic water is anything where quinine is added, and quinine is a medicine made of cinchona bark. It's a tree, and quinine is made out of that, and it is still used to treat malaria and some other diseases and symptoms like let me look at a few facts here. Yeah, so many people believe that drinking tonic water helps with nighttime leg cramps and restless leg syndrome, and that's what doctors used to, not so much anymore, used to prescribe it for, but there is no verification for those claims, and side effects can include ringing in the ears, vomiting, stomach cramps, nervousness, nausea, diarrhea, confusion. Also, if you use quinine as a medication, you can get abnormal heartbeat, kidney damage, severe allergic reaction, electrolyte imbalance, vision or eye issues, problems with bleeding, and lung toxicity. But that doesn't usually happen with tonic water because it doesn't have that much of quinine in it at all. But if you're someone who drinks tonic water by the liter, then you might consider to go easy on it. Anyway, when it comes to tonic waters, besides all of these possible side effects that might happen, usually tonic water is used to give your drink that bitter flavor. And just also be aware of other ingredients. Quinine or cinchona bark might not be, that bad in small amounts, but make sure that there are no other nasty ingredients in your tonic water and in your summer cocktails in general. Just check the ingredients as always. The next trend is coconut as a base. As I've told you guys before, coconut is an amazing, from my perspective, plant unless you have allergies to nuts and even those bigger nuts like coconuts. Then eat it in your foods freely. Coconut, most of the fats, I mean all of the fats in coconut really are saturated fats, so they're really great for cooking. And when you make anything out of coconut, the fats do not go rancid, so they're usually a better option than something that has polyunsaturated fatty acids, for example, that might go rancid when heated, basically go bad and become pro-inflammatory in your body. So coconuts are better from that perspective. They are more suitable for any sorts of heating. Then also just check out some other better for you snacks and foods, maybe some with collagen, because probably you're not eating enough as most people. Check out any sorts of better for you foods. Try new keto friendly spicy ice creams, maybe water Lilly Pops. Just make sure that the ingredients are good and there are no added sugars in them. And that's about it for today, guys. So when snacking, choose better for you snacks that are actually better for you, not just have those claims on the front label. Always check ingredient lists and the whole nutritional panel before you eat any food. If you want some cheaper option for your protein meals, then go for daily deals at a supermarket where you shop. Maybe sign up with a local farmer for some regular weekly or monthly delivery of the product that are usually of better quality than what you buy yourself at a supermarket, usually at a better price. Go for daily deals, go for organ meats like livers, chicken livers or beef livers or other organ meats that also usually are priced much better, and you get much more nutrition per dollar you're spent on that food. And that's it, guys. Tomorrow we will have a Q&A episode, and then on Friday we're gonna talk about one of the newest book on the future of foods, on the trends of the foods that we all gonna eat when there are more of us and we have less resources. So fascinating book that I'm reading right now, and I'm gonna share all the details on Friday's episode. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for trying to do your best, eating better, for all your questions, for all your praise for the content that I create. Always feel free to reach out on my social media or on my email. The chances are I know the answer that you have about healthy food, healthy eating, or a particular diet or an issue you might be having. So reach out, and as usual, till next time, eat better daily.